Sparkle is by far the most mysterious character we have seen up until now, and even though we have seen a couple of trailers and stories about her, I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. But there are some things I'd like to talk about since her trailers and story did reveal at least a few things that I think are very interesting. The tricky part about explaining Sparkle is that when reading through her stories and watching her trailers, you aren't actually getting any canon information. Every piece of information about her is a story she tells us herself. And of all people, Sparkle is in every way possible the most unreliable narrator imaginable. Her character trailer is even called monodrama, which is quite literally a theatrical piece played by one person. So technically that means we don't really know anything about Sparkle. But there are still plenty of things to figure out about her just by observing what she's doing behind the scenes. In the monodrama trailer, Sparkle is doing a weird Russian roulette performance between two Sparkles, where the red mask is challenging the white mask to a game of life and death. But the most important part is what she says during the game.
Let me tell you what foolishness is. Pretending to be smart like you do. Then, what is a fool? Knowing when to act clueless. Like I do. Do you get it now? What is elation? Me. I am elation.
The trick behind this trailer is that the quote-unquote killing shot was only the 5th shot, not the 6th. So at the last moment the red mask ends as the victor. And since the red mask represents a fool, I think this trailer is nothing more than Sparkle's very elaborate way of telling us that even though the masked fools act clueless, they still have control over the story, or at least are aware of their part and influence, even if they aren't the main focus. But knowing Sparkle, this trailer might hint towards many more things we just can't foresee as of right now. And in true Sparkle fashion, her Myriad Celestia trailer is also quite a bit confusing. The trailer is cut into 3 different parts: Sparkle Premiere Performance, Sparkle showing number 99, and Sparkle showing number 990. This means that instead of this trailer being one big backstory, it's just one story being told over and over again, but with an entirely different plot. So the 3 different versions of the story she tells us are not part of an overarching storyline, but are really just different versions of Sparkle's story. After these stories, she says this.
So, when I realized life was just a play, I wanted to leave the stage. Because off stage, there's an even bigger stage. What do you say? Who's the real Sparkle?
She basically tells us that when she realized that life is a play, she now always plays Sparkle in real life, since life itself is a stage. But when you really think about it, this is just another story about her background. So then the question arises, who is the real Sparkle? A character in a story? A persona to hide behind? Another personality? Or maybe Sparkle was always the real person all along? So the trick to this trailer is that there is no answer. The question, who is the real Sparkle, perfectly embodies who Sparkle is. She knows the entire play while acting her own role at the same time. Or to put it simply, inside this story, she is the hero with 1,000 faces. Lastly, I would like to talk about Sparkle's motivations and interests. Since there have been quite a bit of arguments regarding her either being racist towards Evangeline or just being evil overall. First off, I'd like to clarify that yes, Sparkle really has a really bad personality, and her actions are very questionable at best. But I think we should still consider her words and actions in the context of what she is trying to do. Being a masked fool, she first and foremost just wants to have fun in her own way. And it seems like she really wants to do something from behind the scenes. In the Black Swan quest, Sparkle is revealed to be hired by someone to get something out of Penacony. And since her every action up until that point was to reveal the secrets behind Penacony, I think it's safe to assume that Sparkle and her employer are one of the biggest threats to the family. But that doesn't make her evil per se. We just have to wait until we know Penacony's secrets to know if she has any bad intentions. But of course by then we will already be involved in her schemes. About Aventurine, I have no idea why she shut him down so quickly, since she really wanted to ally herself with Black Swan. I guess Aventurine simply didn't have what she needed to help her with her plans. Or maybe Aventurine is just someone she doesn't like to deal with in the first place. Personally, I am very curious to see what shenanigans Sparkle is up to. So let's just wait and see how the story unfolds. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good one. Bye.